Hello, class, and welcome to Descriptive Chemistry 2. I'm Professor Lisa Batiste, and I will be your instructor for this class. So I want to go through, in this video, navigate through your Canvas classroom. And so I want to note that at the time that I recorded the video, these are the dates, and the dates that you'll see in this video may not correspond to the dates for your class. So make sure that you check the dates in your specific class. All right. All right, so on this homepage, you will find my information, my name, my email, lbatista@gmc.edu, and you'll see some important dates when the class begins, the add and drop deadline, student initiated with request withdrawal date deadline. All module coursework must be completed. The final assignment period and the final exam deadline. Excuse me. You'll also find the class video. This is my welcome video to you. You'll see the link for the Tuesday office hours. On Saturday, the office hours, I am available by phone or email, but on Tuesdays, I do have a Zoom classroom that you can come in. Navigating through the classroom, that's the video we're recording right now, so this is where you will find it. The PAHV right here is a link to that, so we're going to go to that first. The PAHV, it stands for Participation and Academic Honesty Verification. This is our attendance policy. Okay, so it's very important first that you go through the syllabus and you look at the information contained in the syllabus before you complete this. But this is what keeps you in the class. So very important that you do complete that. It also opens up all the module work. Other quick links we have on the homepage, Module 0. This is what you will look at during week 0 when the class opens up before the class officially begins. And then you have modules 1 through 8. So let's go over the syllabus. So in the syllabus, you will see information about myself, my name, of course, Professor Lisa Batiste, and I'm excited to be your instructor this term, and I look forward to helping you learn, grow, and succeed in this course. You will find my contact information. You can either reach me by email or by phone, and these are my office hours, Tuesdays from 1 to 2 and Saturdays from 4 to 5. Like I said, Tuesdays there is the office hours link, but on Saturdays I am available through email and phone. Then, fun facts about me, my hobbies. I love reading, swimming in the pool or ocean, and watching movies. My favorite food, any type of seafood or fish. Favorite movies, any Star Wars or Marvel movies. And something students are surprised to learn about me, I am a chemistry nerd, and I named my daughter after the chemical element radium, element 88, which is Ra. And hopefully you learned about that element in Descriptive Chemistry 1, right? So my education, I have a BS in chemistry from Purdue University, an MS in chemistry from West Virginia University, and a PhD I am still working on in instructional design and technology from Liberty University. I am also a certified wastewater lab analyst for the state of Georgia. And then some communication. I enjoy helping students learn, and my goal is to create a supportive and engaging learning environment where questions are welcomed and curiosity is encouraged. So please feel free to email or call with questions or concerns. I respond within 24 hours, except on Sundays. And then GMC Help Desk, there's a link to there if you have any issues with logging on to either Canvas or your email. You can also find that link if you go to the gmc.edu website. Course description. This is an overview of chemistry of organic molecules and an introduction to biochemical concepts. It is 6 quarter hours, all right? And it does include a lecture and a lab component. The course learning objectives, otherwise known as CLOs, and you will see that within the modules, the different CLOs. So these are what those CLOs are. So a student successfully completing this course will be able to name organic compounds, distinguish between aliphatic and aromatic compounds, and alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes, distinguish between constitutional and geometric isomers, predict the products or organic reactions, compare the reactions of various functional groups, discuss chirality and optical activity, discuss the basic chemistry of carbohydrates, discuss protein composition and structure, and distinguish between the different types of lipid compounds. Discuss the molecular structure of DNA and RNA. The course content, okay, you'll see is similar to what's up here, but just a little bit more detailed. And then the textbook for this course is an OpenStax book. Okay, there are a couple of them. There's one for chemistry and then there's one for biology. The biology one is going to give us the information we need for the biochemistry topics. All right. Then our minimum computing requirements. So although Canvas has an app and it is accessible through either your cell phone or your Chromebook or MacBook, some of the links for external programs do not are not accessible through those devices. So it is important that you do have a PC or a Mac computer in order to access everything that you'll be using within this class. Then some software requirements. For the PC, Microsoft Windows 10 or higher. And then for the Mac, Mac OS 10.14 or higher. And then Office applications, you should have Microsoft 365. Hopefully, you have it from taking Chem 105. But if not, here is the information on how to add it. It is available for both PC and Mac computers. And then Adobe Acrobat, if you don't have that reader, here's a link to add that to your computer. Make sure that you read through all the other computing hardware and internet requirements. Very important that you do have internet, reliable internet access. And you do want to have a secondary source just in case something happens to your home internet. If you are close to a GMC location, then you're more than welcome to use the computer labs for GMC. Also, libraries, if you have a library in your area, they also have secure internet, as well as if you're looking at general internet. There's some at restaurants and other places like that, but they are generally not as secure as if you were at a library or GMC location or if you were at your house. Okay, so be aware, all right, that you want to make sure that you do have a secure internet connection. The performance criteria, module activities are 25%, homework is 15%, laboratory assignments 20%, midterm exam is 20, and the final exam is 20. 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, 70 to 79 is a C, 65 to 69 is a D, and less than 65 is an F, but we do not want to get in that D and F range. If you ever have questions about your grades, please feel free to reach out to me either by phone or email, but you can appeal your grade, and here is a link to the information on how to do academic appeals and what the process is. And then the disabilities accommodations, Georgia Military College complies with the Americans with Disabilities Act and Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act. Any student who feels they may need an accommodation or assistance based on the impact of a disability should contact their student disability coordinator to complete the process of becoming verified and receive instructor notification letters. Once the notification letter is presented with timely notice to the faculty member, the student can receive accommodations. The Disability Services Policy and Procedure can be found in the GMC catalog. The Student Disability Coordinator for your site may be found at the GMC Disability Services website. So this is a link to that website, and I'm going to go there. So here's information, excuse me, about our disability services. So you see that Mr. Charles Wells is the manager of student disability services. He can be reached at this number or via email at this email address. All right. And so here's information on how to apply for accommodations and the disability coordinator based on location. And so, very important that if you need these services that you reach out to Mr. Charles Wells to find out more information about the process. Here's information about academic success, all right? The expectations of me as a faculty member and of you as a student. Our ethics policy, Georgia Military College Honor Code, I will not lie, cheat, steal, or tolerate those who do. So make sure that you read through the ethics policy as well as our policy on artificial intelligence. Down here is our course schedule. So our course is set up in modules, starting with module 1 through module 8. And in each of these, you'll find the overview for the module, the learning objectives, the reading, as well as links to those readings, and then the activities and assignments. And then if you scroll down, there's information about the authentic servant leadership at GMC. And so, authentic servant leaders possess the following characteristics and practice the following skills: civility, ethical thinking, humility, critical thinking, empathy, effective communication, and emotional intelligence. These are characteristics that we want to instill in our students, and we want our students to be able to recognize these important characteristics in the leaders around them either now or in their future careers. And then the course summary. This shows all of the different assignments and their due date. You'll see that all are due on one particular date, and this date may change depending on when your term is. So make sure that you go through the syllabus to check your date for your term assignments, your module assignments, as well as the final exam. All right. In this section, this is where all the announcements will be for the class, and they will be displayed here as well as you'll receive an email when the announcement has posted. Then we have our different modules. So in week 0, that is when the classroom is open. The modules aren't open, but you can see this information and a few announcements. So you get to learn about how to be successful in this course. You have a link to the student handbook, our online student resources, which I want to show you. Here they are. So these are the online student resources. So information about getting help, some more information about Microsoft Office. Remember, it's free to all students. Some useful forms such as the incomplete form, reinstatement form, and academic appeals form. Some links for academic calendar, the program's catalog, disability services, help desk for account issues, and then the library guides. Your email if you want to request a transcript, tuition and fees, tutoring information in the virtual bookstore. Then you have information about video tutorials, about Canvas, academic writing. All right. And then BrainFuse. BrainFuse is a free online tutoring service that GMC provides. And so if you have questions, not only in chemistry, but in any of your classes, please feel free to use this resource that we have available for you. Okay. And I'm going to show you the link in the classroom for that. Here's more information about our disability services. Our textbook information, you don't need that because we actually have our textbook linked to the classroom. Some frequently asked questions, and then our academic integrity policy. So make sure you check out those links and see what resources are available to you. The academic success toolkit, going back to the classroom, our lab report information and transcripts for the students, all right? Our PAHV, remember to complete that so that your module work will open up as well as you will be counted as attendance. And so it is important that you do this, otherwise you may be administratively withdrawn if you haven't completed the PAHV. After you complete the PHV, make sure you check out this video that was posted from our Vice President of Online Academics. In this video, he describes how the classroom is set up and gives you a little bit more information about that. And then in each module, there is something very important, which is the intro video. The intro video is going to give you information, detailed information about what is going on in that particular module. So each module has those videos, so make sure that you check those out before going through the different assignments. All right. So then here's the link for your grades. And like I said before, there's that BrainFuse online tutoring link. So you will find that here. And when you launch BrainFuse, it'll ask for your login credentials, and it's the same credentials you use for all your GMC logins. Here's a link to the rubrics that will be used in the class. All right, so here are all the rubrics. People gives you a look at the students, the other students that are in the class, and their email addresses. So if you would like to reach out to the students and maybe form study groups, please feel free to do so. The Office 365, there's a link for that. Bookshelf, GMC Library, GMC Writing Nook. The course evaluations, very important. At the end of the course, or towards the ends of the course, you will receive an announcement as well as an email inviting you to participate in the course evaluations. And so we strongly suggest that you do, because we look at these evaluations and know how to improve the class experience for the next term. And then the passport to Canvas, that'll give you helpful tips about Canvas and some frequently asked questions. All right, so that is it for our navigating through the classroom. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to working with you in the class. Have an awesome day.